Hello. Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to make a video. Okay. I apologize for that. Already almost a minute. Basically, I wanted to make this video because I came home from work and I wanted to relax a little bit. And in my spare time, I like to go on YouTube and either listen to music, look for something new, or I like to watch interesting things and shows, whether it's different stuff around the world or information or conspiracies or religions, things like that. I like to look at different things. Human behavior, I was looking at that earlier. And after looking at a few documentaries of like children who had been abused and had anger problems, came upon this thing that said the most hated family in America. And I clicked on it and I was very shocked at what I saw. Now, don't get me wrong, I had heard of them. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I had heard of them, but I never really paid any mind because when I was younger, I don't really listen to the media very much. I really don't. I don't even watch TV. I stick to my computer. I go to school. I'm going to 2 colleges and junior colleges, nothing too major, but 2 colleges, and I work. So, I've got things to do. But watching these people in their everyday lives, it was interesting. And I am a Christian, and before I wasn't. My mother always wanted me to be. She was dragged me to churches, and a lot of bad things happened at the church. And I vowed never to go back. And I hated God. I did. I blamed him for my problems and things that had happened in the church. Until something happened and I could have died. And as silly as it sounds, I called out to God. I was desperate. And he answered, and I was saved. Literally. I'm still breathing. So, I've been a Christian ever since. Very serious Christian. But I still won't step into the church. It's corrupt. I won't. People are corrupted. I can pray to God and love God and share my stories about God and hear other stories with other people within my home or my friend's home or in a community just for fun. But I don't step into churches. There's just no reason for it. Anyway, after reading this or watching this family, I became very sad. Most people, they got angry, they, attacked, which I found shame on you, even if what they're saying isn't right. Attacking a child with your car is not okay. Attacking people is not okay. It's not okay. I don't care if they're saying mean things or not. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Thank you. We're adults here. If you're driving a car, I would expect you to be at least somewhat of an adult. So, trying to run somebody over or attack them or break their windows, not okay. So, shame on you for that. And now, for the real reason that I wanted to make this video, I wrote a letter to these people. And I don't know if anybody will ever watch this. And I don't know if they will ever watch it and actually think about it or blow it off. I'm better than everyone else. Because that's kind of how they're acting, what they're giving off. That's what that little old dude that they call Gramps is doing. And I find that that's a sin. I'm going to say it. That's a sin. To sit there and say, oh, I'm going to heaven. I'm so perfect. I'm fabulous. I'm great. No, I'm a prophet. You can't touch this. You already wasted your time. I'm not answering any questions because you're stupid and you're a sinner and screw you. You're stupid. You're a fag. I don't have to answer. I'm a great prophet. Don't waste my time. God never acted that way. Let me just say. God always had time for people and always had time for questions. Always. So get off your high horse. You're not that great. But this is my letter, and if you don't like it, that's just too bad. I'm going to read it anyway. Okay, here goes. Dear Westboro Baptist Church, upon watching YouTube videos about you, your family, and your church, I am very disappointed and saddened, perhaps even angry with the way you have decided to handle things. As followers of God, I would expect bright people such as yourselves to be leaders, teachers, and above all else, kind, understanding people. But instead, you make songs of hate, picket at poor soldiers' funerals, and tell other human beings that they are going to hell for not following the scriptures exactly as they are written in the good book, while you, on the other hand, are. I have a big problem with that, for many reasons. First, you chase people as well as younger generations away from religion and into things like atheism or science. Just saying. A lot of people don't want anything to do with it because they think they're all like you. Because all they see is people, other human beings, not gods, human beings, acting as if they are better than everyone else and that God is an unjust, unloving, merciless, hateful God. I think I spelled that wrong, sorry. And that's simply not true, which leads me to my second reason. God is not made from hatred. He's made from mercy, love, kindness, and hope. God doesn't hate. He loves. There is no such darkness in God, for he is God, our Creator, and our Father. Jesus never turned anyone away, told them they were going to forever burn in hell, or say things like, "Thank God they died." Because God created us, each and every one of us, by hand, and made us into masterpieces. Because he's God. He doesn't make mistakes. God loves all his children and would never turn them away. Jesus did not turn away the whore who bathed his feet in perfume, or the poor or the weak, the sick, blind, the deaf, or the dumb. You seem to read the good book, yet all you see in its pages is hate, and then you overflow with hate and hateful messages. The one made of hate, the one that feeds off of that hate, is the devil. And I believe you started out on the right path. And somewhere along the line, the devil whispered in your ears, crawled into your hearts and minds, and consumed you with hate that you then spread like a disease onto your children and family members. I believe you started out wanting to do the right thing, to try and open the eyes and minds of people around you that were walking into the devil's trap of sins. But if you stopped to look at yourself in the mirror, and I mean really look, I think you would see the devil in your shadows. I don't believe you are bad people, simply lambs who have strayed from the beaten path out of the light of God and into this false light that the darkness has disguised itself in. Another thing I would like to point out is, who are you to take our God's words and bend them for your own purposes? God hates fags? God hates Jews? God hates? No, nowhere in the Bible does it say that word for word. Nowhere. Hate isn't used in the Bible because God does not hate. God loves. On top of that, you put bitter, evil, ugly, distasteful, hateful words in God's mouth. That right there is a sin. You have sinned. In many ways, you have and continued to sin, yet you try so hard to justify it for your own glory and satisfaction. He who be perfect may cast the first stone. and you're all throwing stones as if you're perfect. And you're not. Not any of us are. Not even me. No. Far from it. I know I'm not perfect, and I've come to that reality. I don't think any of you have. All of you are too busy casting stones, judging others, acting higher than everyone else, and spewing hatred. I think God would all look at you with great sadness in his eyes, just as he did when his angel turned against them and became the Antichrist. You need to find your light, because I pity you. I really do. I feel very badly for you to stray from this light. This is why, to this day, I will not return to the church, because it gets corrupted far too easily, and people think too big of themselves, and I am sick of it. And if you watch this YouTube video and tell me I'm going to hell, I only have one thing to say. Shame on you. Shame on you for trying to play God. Not only would you, spute hatred and make horrible signs and bend the Testament and twist its words to make it what you want. You would try to judge me and act as God. Only God shall judge me. And you are no God. You're not even a prophet. You're just a bully. Just idiot human beings judging against anyone and everyone who challenges your way of thinking and your words, even your own family. But wouldn't you be surprised if when you got to heaven and God's judgment was to send you all to hell for showing nothing but hatred, arrogance, and pretentiousness in your life? You'd be shocked and speechless, wouldn't you? And one more point I need to make. God did cast out Adam and Eve for disobeying him, but he forgave them and never stopped loving them or showing them mercy. Ever. And that's shown throughout the book, that human beings have made horrible mistakes, but God has always loved his children and has always shown mercy and love. You, of all people, should know that. In short, all of God's teachings are about love, not hate. You are doing the devil's work, and you are all too stubborn and stuck in your ways to see it clearly. I pray for you and your family, and I pray God has mercy on your souls, because only God can really judge you. That's all.